Okay, very good. Lee, you can hear that?
Bingo rules. The game begins with two one-line bingos of top and bottom lines for 700. Here are the Kinsmen Super TV Bingo rules.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new season of Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. My name is Reed Manley, and I will be your caller for tonight's game. We'll be right back after these messages.
Here are the Kinsmen Super TV Bingo rules. The game begins with two one-line bingos of top and bottom lines for $750 each. The game continues with a full card bingo. Win in 48 numbers or less and win $4,000. Win in 49 numbers or more and win $3,500. Winning cards must be legible and verified by phone up to 10 minutes after the bingo broadcast. The prize will be divided equally if there is more than one winner. The entire sheet of 3 cards must be sent to the office by regular mail. Winners will be announced during the next bingo telecast. The winners are determined by a top and bottom line and full card bingo in the fewest balls called. Send your entire card to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, 124 Lindsay Road, Selwyn, Ontario, K9J0C5. This program is broadcast live from the Global Peterborough studio in Peterborough, Ontario. Thanks and good luck.
Welcome back. Today is October 26th and the card color is red. Please make sure your cards are this color and display this date, as only these cards are valid for tonight's game. If you don't have cards and are wondering what locations carry them in your area, we will display them during the telecast, or you can go to our website, kinsmansupertvbingo.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please ensure you're watching tonight's game and not a previous one. Congratulations to last April 13th's top line winner, Trevor, who purchased his card at the Sydenham One Stop. Congratulations to last April 13th's bottom line winner, Stephen, who purchased his card at the Bolsover Family Market. And congratulations to last April 13th's full card winners. There were more than one, Diana, who purchased their card at Mr. Convenience on River Road South in Peterborough. Robert, who purchased his card at Sharbert Lake Petro-Canada. Melanie, who purchased their card at the Busy Bee Convenience in Trenton. And Nicole, who purchased their card at Scott's Store in Belleville. As you can see, the board is completely lit, so let's begin. And the first number for tonight's Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. Just double checking their lead that we're live still.
Here are the Kinsmen Super.
First number for tonight's Kinsmen Super TV Bingo is G54. Under the G54. And just double checking, Lee, I just not sure that we're okay, so we're being seen. Can't. We're not being seen. Okay, so you're double checking that, so you're just going to hold on a sec here until we call the next ball. Assuming everyone can hear me. Just bear with us, folks. It's been a few months since we played Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. Just a few seconds longer, we'll get this ironed out. Okay, so the first number for tonight's Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, if we're just catching up, was G54. G54. Next ball up is B9 under the B9. Moving right along, B4 is your next ball called under the B4. You're watching Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. We are live with our first edition for the new season on Saturday, October 26, 2024. And B4 is your last ball called under the B4. Next ball up, we have 063 under the 063. Shout out to the bingo buddies Al and Trevor from Mama. I'm not sure what town you're in, but thanks for joining us tonight. 063, now your last ball called. 063. Next ball up is I-19 under the I-19. How about Dan, Rue, Mark, and Marissa from Port Bolster playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo this evening? Good luck to all of you, and thanks for joining us as well. I-19, now your last ball called. I-19. Next ball up is B2 under the B2. How about Jay and her family, Olivia and Ben, playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight? Thanks for joining us. I understand you've been playing for a few years, so we appreciate that. B2 is your last ball called under the B2. Next ball up, 062 under the 062, playing for a top and or bottom line bingo. If you achieve that, please call the number on the back of your Kinsmen Super TV bingo sheet. 062, now your last ball called. 062. Next ball up, we have G48 under the G48. Happy birthday to Grayson, who's playing and watching Kinsmen Super TV Bingo with Harper tonight. 7th birthday, I understand. Happy birthday. G48, now your last ball called. G48. Next ball up is B7 under the B7. How about Sonia and Todd in Porto playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo as well? Good luck to the two of you, and thanks for joining us. B7, now your last number called. B7. Next ball up is B13 under the B13. How about Danny, Mark, and Gladys from Battersea playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight? Thanks to the three of you for joining us as well. B13, now your last ball called. B13. Next up, it's another B. B14. B14. B14, now your last ball called. B14. Next ball up, N36 under the N36. Gil and Karen in St. Clemens, Ontario, also playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo this evening. N36 is your last ball called. N36. And we also have a happy anniversary to Robbie and Tamison in Wasaga Beach. Happy 3rd anniversary to the two of you. Good luck tonight. Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. N36, now your last ball called. N36. Next ball up is where it all began. B1 under the B1. B1 is now your last ball called. B1. Next ball up is I-25 under the I-25. Our operators are standing by if you have achieved a bottom line bingo or a top line bingo. They're standing by. I-25, now your last ball called. I-25, and I understand the phones are ringing at this point, so we'll just slow it down a touch here. And remind you that Kinsmen Super TV Bingo will be back at you next Saturday night, 7 o'clock, right here on Global Peterborough, Global Kingston, and of course, Global Durham. And of course, streaming live on YouTube. So we are just receiving some phone calls right now, multiple phone calls. So we are checking a bottom line bingo. We're checking a bottom line bingo. And we are also checking a top line bingo. So we are going to take a short break and we'll return right after this.
The Canada lynx lives in the boreal forest all across Canada. These elusive wildcats are built for Canada's harsh winters. Their huge fur-covered feet act like snowshoes for walking on top of deep snow. This carnivorous cat's diet consists almost exclusively of snowshoe hare, which they hunt by ambush. We can protect these wild felines by conserving their forest habitat. To learn more about the Canada Lynx, visit hww.ca.
Welcome back to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. We do have at least one bottom line bingo and we do have at least one top line bingo confirmed. So we continue on now playing for a full card bingo with up to $4,000 to give away. Your next ball up is G58 under the G58. And we also have another shout out to the ladies in Peterborough playing. They include Nancy, Cindy, Cheryl, Deb, Karen Lee, and Deb H. Good luck, ladies. Thanks for playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight. And next ball up, we have a B, B12. Make sure you don't forget, B12. B12 is now your last ball called, B12. Next ball up, we have G55 under the G55. Another shout out to Ella, Sarah, and Megan. Ella has been waiting all summer to play Kinsmen Super TV Bingo, so thanks for joining us tonight and good luck to all of you as well. G55, now your last ball called, G55. Next ball up is an 074 under the 074. In studio this evening, we have Dean Pappas, Joe Hadsey, John Harris, Daryl Junkin, Carolyn Holmes, Dave Smith, Paul Grace, Barry Kraft, Conrad Toner, Matt D'Agostini, Dave Ronson, Rick Haig, Les Cariunas. In studio tonight, we have Lee Miller and Kevin Deason. Thank you, everyone, for making this all happen and bringing us back to air. 074, now your last ball called, 074. Your next ball up is N41, under the N41. N41 is now your last number called, N41. Next ball up is G49, under the G49. G49, now your last number called, G49. Next ball up is N33, N33. N33, now your last number called, N33. Next ball up is N40, under the N40. N40 is your last ball called, N40. Next ball up is I-16, under the I-16. I-16, now your last ball called, I-16. Next ball up is O-69, under the O-69. O-69, now your last ball called, O-69. Next ball up is I-30, under the I-30. How about a big shout out to Larry and Debbie? Maybe the rest of the family also playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo tonight in Ennismore. Thanks for joining us. Good luck to all of you. I-30, now your last ball called, I-30. Next ball up is G59, under the G59. G59, now your last ball called, G59. Next ball up is G60, G60. G60, now your last number called, G60. Next up is I-29, I-29. I-29, now your last ball called, I-29. Next ball up is I-18, I-18. I-18 is your last ball called. I-18. Next number up, 075. 075. .075 is your last ball called. .075. Next up is I-17. I-17. I-17 is your last number called. I-17. Next ball up is B6 under the B6. B6, now your last ball called. B6. Next ball up is N44 under the N44. N44 is your last number called. N44. Next ball up is G53 under the G53. G53 is now your last number called. G53. Next ball up, it's G52. G52. G52 is now your last ball called. Next ball up, N39. N39. Still looking for that full card bingo, up to $4,000 to give away. N39 is your last ball called. N39. Next ball up is B8. Finally, we had a B8. Moving right along, B8's now your last ball called. B8. Next ball up is 067 under the 067. Don't worry, we have catch-up time approaching shortly with a 40-ball recap. 067 is your last ball called. 067. Next ball up is I-22. I-22. I-22 is now your last ball called. I-22. Next ball up is G56 under the G56. And that is our 40th number called this evening, G56. So we will put that in its rightful place, G56. Now your last ball called, and we will do a recap at this time. So far, ladies and gentlemen, this evening we have called B1, B2, B4, B6, B7, B8, B9, B12, B13, B14. Under the I, we have called 16, 17, 18, I-19, 22, 25, 29, and 30. So far this evening, under the N, we've called 33, 36, 39, 40, 41, and 44. Under the G so far, we've called 48, 49, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58, 59, and 60. And so far under the O, we've called 62, 63, 67, 69, 74, and 75. And with that, we'll take a short break and return to finish the game right after this.
I'm not special. Cancer happens to people all the time. I take 1 mile at a time, 26 miles a day. I want to set an example that'll never be forgotten. Sometimes, it feels endless. But the pain I feel is nothing. I've seen little kids in so much pain. Somewhere, the hurting must stop.
Terry Fox ran more than halfway across Canada to raise money for cancer research. Every year, Millions of people around the world continue the marathon of hope in his name.
Welcome back to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. We have a game to finish, and we continue on with your next ball up being G47. Under the G47, still playing for that full card bingo. G47 is now your last number called. Next ball up, G46, under the G46. G46, now your last number called, G46. Next ball up, O65, under the O65. O65 is now your last ball called, O65. Next ball up is I-27, under the I-27. If you achieve a full card bingo in 48 numbers or less, $4,000 is the prize. 49 numbers or more, $3,500. Trick or treats. I-27, now your last number called, I-27. Next ball up, B11, under the B11. B11, now your last number called, B11. Next up we have I-28, under the I-28. I-28 is now your last ball called, I-28. G57 is your next number, G57. G57, now your last ball called, G57. Next ball up is O66, under the O66. O66, now your last ball called, O66. Next ball up is I-20, under the I-20. I-20, now your last ball called, I-20. Next ball up is N37, under the N37. N37, now your last ball called, N37. Next ball up, O73, under the O73. O73 is your last ball called, O73. Next ball up is I-26, under the I-26. I-26 is your last number called, I-26. Next ball up, N34, N34. N34 is your last ball called, N34. Next ball up, B10, under the B10. B10 is now your last ball called, B10. Next ball up, O70, under the O70. O70 is now your last number called, O70. Next up, and I understand our phones are ringing, so we'll just slow that up for a second before we call another number. And we are checking a full card bingo. We'll take a short break and let you know what happened right after this.
If alcohol builds a wall around you, that doesn't let you see where you're going, that keeps you feeling isolated and alone, that makes you feel hopeless, know this: we're here to help if you want us to. It's never too early or too late to ask for help with a drinking problem. Alcoholics Anonymous, there is a way out. For more information, visit aa.org and download the Meeting Guide app.
Welcome back to Kinsmen Super TV Bingo. We do have at least one full card winner checked and verified, so at this time we'd like to thank you for playing Kinsmen Super TV Bingo this evening. And don't forget to pick up your cards and tell your friends to join us next Saturday night at 7 o'clock right here on Global Peterborough, Global Kingston, Global Durham, and of course streaming live on YouTube. Thanks and good night, everyone.